Hey, what's up, guys? This is Storytime with your man Cuppa. Let me tell you all about the time that someone threatened to shoot up my old school. Heads up, I was actually there for most of this. I was at home sleeping. I didn't feel like going to school that day. Literally, the only thing I had that I was interested in was English. I don't know about y'all, but I got the best naps back in English. The AC was right above my head. I had friends in the classroom that would wake me up, and my teacher would constantly put on the audio log of the book. The voices were so boring, so it just instantly knocked me out. It was a perfect combination. The cold, white noise, and because it was right after lunch, I'd be full. But I'm not going to go to school just to go to sleep, so I didn't go. After school, I ended up hanging out with some friends. Me, the guy from English, and this other friend of mine that I'll call Big Nose after the fact that he has this massive schnoz that we constantly tease him about. We all decided to go over to this pizza shop. He ended up telling me everything that happened as we walked. Apparently, this girl just broke up with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend started posting some whack-ass stuff on Instagram. I don't have the screenshots anymore, but it was that whole suicidal half-reckoning, half like I'm gonna kill myself kind of thing that sets off alarm bells. You know, the whole something's gonna happen tomorrow kind of thing. Apparently, the cops came by and took the kid away in third period. I don't know how y'all's high schools worked, but back in mine, we had a 15-minute break right after second period so we could eat breakfast and get the rest of our stuff. Everyone in the school tended to be out and around then, so if he wanted to, he could have opened fire right then. Apparently people knew about it since last night. It is what it is though. Now, while this was horrific enough, I was actually in shock when Big Nose told me the kid's name. The kid was actually someone I used to have lunch with, and his girlfriend was actually a really good friend of mine. I always knew the kid was pretty whack. Like, the first interaction I had with him, he was shit-talking God and religion and all that stuff. For the record, all I said to him was hi and asked for his name, like, just a greeting. And then while we were running, he just started, like, going on this whole ass rant. I was just trying to catch my breath while running, and he was going off on this whole tangent about religion. And I was just nodding because, like, I don't know what to do. I'd like to count myself as devout, but even if I wasn't, it's a really whack first topic for a conversation. Like, put yourself in my shoes, bro. Like, you're new to the school, and your first real conversation is this one kid just ranting to you about how God is dumb. His girlfriend was honestly the exact opposite. She was wonderful. They had stage tech with me, and they were really good conversation for those long nights in the ticket booth. I don't know how him and her got together, but they did get together. They were a pretty good couple, at least from the outside. Later when I talked to her though, she was a bit freaked out, which was fair. Like, her boyfriend, well, her ex-boyfriend at that time, just started to shoot up the whole school. She maintained that he didn't mean it like that. I knew his grandparents had rifles in his house from back when they were in the military. He ended up not being able to go back to school for the rest of the year, and he ended up going to a mental health hospital before he could come back then the next year. I was getting out of school the next year, and the way the classes were structured, I wasn't in too much danger. My sister, though, she was going to be in school the same year he was going to be a senior. If he broke up with another girl that year and went ballistic, I didn't want to be out a sibling. He tried to make amends near the end of the semester, if you can even call it that. There wasn't even a sense of apology or realization that, hey, maybe I'd fucked up. The guy was haughty and acted like we should forgive him just because he'd been cleared through some sob story and a month or so in the hospital. That really irked me. Like, I really didn't care about what problems he was having. He threatened the life of my friends, and he could threaten the life of my sister in the future. The same guy ended up threatening me a few months later, but that's a whole other thing, and this video is long enough as is. If you want to hear the next part, just drop a like and a comment below. If you want to hear more stories, just press that subscription bell and the notification bell, and they'll be delivered right to your doorstep. Cheers, and I'll see you all in the next one.